We had a crazy customer selling 90% silver today, folks. I'm going to get into that story as well. We also going to cover what this Pinbacks has in stock for Roosevelt silver dimes. It's not much. We will get into that as well. Like I said, it's all about the dimes, folks. Please like, share, and subscribe. Thank you for all the ones who have been with me since day one. Thank you for the ones who have just come aboard. Thank you all for your support. Thank you for the comments. Your comments have been wonderful. Thank you all so much for everything. Let's just get into the video right now. You know, I don't like to call people crazy, but this guy came in with $100 face of 90% Roosevelt silver dimes and $100 face of Washington silver quarters. He had a few slicks of stained Liberty quarters mixed in. I didn't really say nothing about that. So so I was talking to this guy. This guy was probably about in his young 30s. Grandfather left it for him. And he's saying he don't have any plans for the cash. He's going to stick it in the bank and put it into a small CD. That's what he came in to say. I said, why are you doing that for? He says, well, I'm a big supporter of David Ramsey, and I watch his show, and he says he thinks gold and silver are pet rocks, and I kind of agree with him. I'm like, oh, here we go again. Trying to educate people once again. So I said, do you mind if I try to... I said, I'm not trying to convince you. I said, I think you're making the worst move as a silver and gold are real money. Well, he started listening to me about 20 minutes. And he said, you know what, I think you're trying to convince me to keep this. I said, I'm not trying to make you convince you to keep it, sell it, this, whatever. If you don't need to sell it, don't sell it. That was my bottom line. And then I show him the charts at the beginning of the year, what silver has gold has done since the year. I went back 3 years. I went back 5 years. Showed him this percentage gains, and this is all 100% profit for him, okay? So he don't have his own money into it. Maybe that's what it is. But he said, no, I'd rather have the cash in the bank. I says, and what happens when the banks don't give you the money back? But they take it. Your bank goes, whoa, the FDIC. I says, we got into all that line with him. My owner even chipped in. He says, well, you realize the FDIC does not have all the funds available if the banking system does crash. They're going to have to print more money. And that's going to deflate your dollar even more. So, I mean, at the end of the transaction, we told him what we could pay for the silver quarters. Says we're actually paying more for dimes right now. He said, well, why can't you do the same thing on quarters? Then this is when he got really a bit, crazy with this. I says, well, we're short on dimes. We're really not short on quarters right now. I said, so we are paying a 50% premium on the dimes than we normally would be at this time. Well, I think you should pay the same thing on the quarters, or I'm not going to sell them to you. I say, hey, look, I'm not giving you any more. I'm not going to give you a dime more for the quarters right now. This is what we're offering. It's a fair price. I said, but if you wanted to cut the deal right now, I said, I'll give you $1 more per roll than I normally would offer you, because I really do need the dimes, because you got me kind of in a pickle right now, but I'm not paying what we're paying for the dimes, I said. I said, and if you choose to walk out the door, come back. I said, my offer will be my original offer of one set for the dimes, one set for the quarters. And then he says, I don't like your attitude. I says, well, that's fine. I says, I didn't really ask you, but I mean, that's fine. Thank you very much. But you know, that's what I said back to him. I mean, I'm just being truthful with you all. And so he got mad and he walked out. He went down to the other coin shop down the road from us. He went to a pawn shop. And guess what? He comes pedaling back this way to us. He says, all right, I guess I'll take the $1 more per quarter. I said, I told you. You walked out that door. That deal was off the table. I'm not giving you that extra $10 now. I says, that times that says we live in a whole new world now. So finally he took the cash, and I said to him, I says, I'm not trying to be rude to you, sir. I said, I just, how are you? I said, before you walk out, I says, you're gonna put the money into a 3-month, 6-month CD, which is all fine and dandy, but I says, inflation is gonna eat that away. Do you really want that to happen? I said, what you just found out what Silver and Gold has done. I said, I'm willing to give you your dimes back, give you your quarters back before you really walk out this door. Is this something you want? Can you at least give us 48 hours? Give yourself 48 hours to think about what you're doing? He said, no, I'm good. It's really a shame, folks, that people listen to certain people and they just go on to one show. They watch one person. And that's why I tell you folks, don't just take my word for everything I say. I want you guys to do your own research for one. I want you to watch other channels for two. Put what we're all saying together in one bundle. And take the best piece of information on each video that I do, someone else's does. Because there's a lot of good information out there. Don't get me wrong, but there's a lot of bad information out there too. Going on to Pinbacks for a moment. You guys all know by now Pinbacks is my sponsor. I cannot thank them enough. I was looking at their Roosevelt Silver Dimes, folks. What they have left in stock. I tell you, this stock is down to almost not much. 459 $5 face bags of dimes available left at Pinbacks right now. That is not a lot. That is a big drop over the last week and a half. If you guys want your dimes, like I've been saying, dimes are going to be a problem. There at Houston, we have a problem with dimes now. That just shows you that I'm telling you guys the truth. Silver and gold are up to today. Is that causing the surge? We're seeing a little bit more of a surge at the shop today. Primarily with 90% silver as well. Eagles, yes, we're seeing a surge on those. Generic 10-ounce silver bars, we're seeing a surge back on those again today. We're seeing a little bit of downtick on silver maples and RCM bars. No, we've not raised the prices. We've not heard anything yet about the tariffs yet. Like I said, I'll keep you guys up to date when I hear more about that. What we're seeing at the shop. I've checked other online bone deals. They seem to be right in line with some of them a little bit, they're all higher because the silver and gold gone up. But I've not seen the premiums go up or the tariffs kicking in place with anywhere as of yet. As recording of this video. 24 hours from now could be a whole different thing. Who really knows? Cost average your stacks, folks. Don't rush. Okay? You guys know I do a lot of eBay. And I'm seeing stuff 90% silver way out of whack on eBay. People buying it, and they're paying too much for it. Be careful. Don't get caught up into a bidding war. Get yourself a calculator if you have to. Those cheap Casio calculators. Put one by your laptop, your computer. Maybe you're doing eBay on your phone. Just whatever. This calculator's on your phone. Look at sponsorpinbacks.com before you purchase anything on eBay. A lot of times, right now, Pinbacks has the cheapest price. So I think we got to thank Pinbacks for that. They have tremendous deals on 90% silver as we speak. Thank you for you guys watching the videos, because the sponsorship would not be possible without you. But please, if you're going to buy 90% silver off of eBay, which is, I don't have a problem with anybody doing that, because I do it by myself from time to time. If it's an auction type setting where you know, they have it for 6 days, 5 days, maybe you see it in 3 days, you know, 3 days left. Put in your max bid. Let eBay bid up to what you want to pay for that. If it goes over that, if you get an email saying you've been outbidded, let it go, folks. Just let it go. There will be more. If you see make an offer, don't be afraid to put in an offer. You know, just don't be afraid to. Because the worst the system's going to say automatically, no, the seller did not accept your offer. Or the system's going to say your offer's been sent to the seller, and he or she will decide if they want to let it go for that price. Or they may counteroffer. You might come in agreement with that seller yourself. But calculate the cost of what you're actually buying. Don't get caught up in the bidding wars. It's just not worth it. I don't like seeing people paying way too much than they should be. Just as my personal opinion, folks. That's why I built this channel up, for honesty. Tell you guys what's going on in the market. The dimes are going to be gone before we know it. Yeah, they'll be out there. They always will be out there. But at what price? Somebody will say in the comment section, it will always be out there. Yeah, that is a true statement. But at what price? All right, at what price? There's only so much of 90% silver to go around. And once it gets truly in the right hands, my hands, your hands, the strong hands that stack this stuff, it's not coming back to market anytime soon. That is gone for a long, long time. Keep stacking as you can, folks. We don't know where this market's going to go. Yes, we're going to have our dips. We're going to have our price hikes. We're going to see it go up. What I'm watching for, keep this in mind. I'm not saying this is going to happen anytime soon. When we start seeing silver going $2 to $3, $4 a day, dropping $1 or $2 the next day, when we start seeing that price action take place, that is your key sign that silver is going to move. That is what I'm waiting for. When we start seeing that price action. We're seeing it in gold now. Alright, these $50, $60 swings each day. Maybe not each day, but you guys get the picture of what I'm saying. We almost got to $3,000 at the last week of February, the week before, I should say that. Then we had a little bit of pullback. That was a healthy pullback in the metals last week of February. It was the end of contracts for the month. Most of the time at the end of the month, we're going to see that. We're probably going to see that same thing at the end of March, a little bit of a pullback. We don't know exactly what's going on. I don't care if the LBMA, the Climax, has plenty of silver. Who owns it? That's the problem. Who really owns it? We don't know. They won't tell us. Is it available for sale? They won't tell us, but they want to keep papering it over. Look, they can print all the paper they want. Contracts. They can print paper money all they want. They cannot print silver, gold, platinum, copper, any other metal you can think of. They can't print it. We have to mine it out of the ground. That's labor intensive. That supply has to get melted down and get refined to whatever the content of metal they want to refine it to. Where it's 999, 495, or whatever. The miners are running dry, folks. And your mining companies, especially your juniors, not an advertisement to get mining stocks. These bigger companies are going to start looking at these juniors very soon and saying, we want a piece of that action. We want a piece of your ground. Let's make a deal. When is that day going to come? I can't tell you that. That's why I put my money into some of these mining companies. What I look for is the owners themselves have their own money into the company. The people who work for the company The CEOs have their own money into the companies. That is what I look for. Because once they have their own money in the company, they're going to be more willing, more able to, and maybe have a little bit more oomph behind them to get their behinds going to mine. Versus a company that don't have much of their own money and they just rely on investments from their shareholders themselves. Keep that in mind if you're looking into mining companies. Again, not financial advice, but that is what I look at. If you folks have any questions for me regarding silver, gold, platinum, even mining stocks, email me. I will share what I do. I've shared on this video, on this channel, of what I've done in the past. Yes, I own First Mining Gold. I own Silver Mountain. Those are the two biggest companies that I own, and they're both junior mining companies. One's a silver company, one's a gold company. That is what I've done. So look at them. Again, not financial advice, of course. Mining stocks are risky. Mining stocks can go to zero. Any stock can go to zero. But silver and gold, physical silver and gold, for over 5,000 year history has never gone to zero. That's all I got for you folks today. Email me if you have questions. Thank you again for watching. Please like the video if you're not liked it. Share the video, please. And if you're not yet subscribed, come join the party, because we're going to have a lot to cover this year and years to come. Thank you for watching. CoinShop Chris is now out.